Alrighty guys, it is Qaaman here today, and I'm bringing you another Dragon Ball Z segment doing my first top 10 video. So, in today's video, I'll be giving you guys my current top 10 songs in all of Dragon Ball. This is actually a video request from Blackenfist himself, along with several other subscribers who have asked me to talk about my favorite songs. But what does this mean exactly? I will be covering Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, video games, specials, movies, and everything associated with Dragon Ball related music. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into this video. Starting off with number 10 is Dark Half from Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, which was later ported over to the Raging Blast series. What makes this song interesting is that it's very soulful. Listening to this song, I get the feeling that I'm entering a battle that will finally put an end to all things. A perfect example of this would be many of the fights that I had on Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 involving Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to finally claim who was the strongest Saiyan of all in the Destroyed Earth stage. Because of this song, I spent many hours when I was younger playing Budokai Tenkaichi 2, as this song had a sad but yet soothing feel to listen to. Dark Half is definitely one of my favorite Dragon Ball related songs of all time, as it makes an appearance on my top 10 list at number 10. Coming in next at number 9 is a song that you guys have probably heard many times in my videos, and it is called Fight in Otherworld, which is a Japanese soundtrack. But to be completely honest here, there is one primary reason why this song is on the list. This song changes moods halfway throughout the song. It begins with a happy theme song that gives you the image of the Z Fighters simply training in the otherworld, but as the song moves on, it becomes more dark and it gives you the sort of feeling as if you're falling down after fighting a villain that is just too strong for you. Because of the second part of this song, I always find this song a great song to tune into, but similar to number 10, these songs don't have the epicness to make it higher on the list. Now, we all know that top 10 lists are all subjective, but honestly, number 8 is a fan favorite that both Blackenfist and I share in common, which is the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan theme from the Japanese soundtrack. Now let me just start off by saying that this song is somewhat rare, as it was never really played at any other point in the show except for when Gohan turned into a Super Saiyan 2 right after Android 16's death. And unlike a lot of other Dragon Ball Z songs that only have instrumentals, this song actually has lyrics to it, which is what I love about it. And I also love the fact that this song is extremely fitting to the transformation of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I know it may sound weird, but this song literally gives you the feeling of the chosen one, which is why this song matches Gohan very well. I may not use this song much in my videos because sometimes the lyrics overlap my voice a little bit, but this is definitely a fan favorite that both Blackenfist and I love. Moving on to number 7. If you think the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Japanese theme song was fitting, this theme song makes that one look like a joke when comparing how the song fits with the characters themselves. And this theme song is the Android 17 and 18 theme song, which is arguably the most fitting song on this entire list. When I listen to this song, no matter what, if it's the androids or aliens or soldiers that I'm watching, I get the feeling of destruction and terror every single time that I listen to this song. To make matters even worse, there are parts of this song where you hear the eerie tunes in the background, which makes this song depressing but yet so epic for the mood that it's trying to convey. Faulconer nailed this theme song as it fits perfectly with the androids, and every time I see the androids in both the American and Japanese dubs, this song always comes to mind whenever I see 17 and 18 together. Because of how well this theme song fits the androids and because of how much I love the song itself, it definitely makes a spot on this list. As we move on to number 6, I have a confession to make. I cheated. I had to squeeze 2 theme songs into the number 6 spot because they are completely equal to me. It is the opening theme song for both Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. The reason I chose these 2 songs is very simple. It is the feeling of nostalgia. Whenever I hear these songs, I immediately think back to the days where I would watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z reruns on Cartoon Network, or whenever I would rent the videotapes. Now, I know many of you may not have liked that I placed these 2 songs on the same spot, but the reason is honestly because they both grant the same exact feeling of nostalgia. At the same time, I can't honestly decide which one I like more, which is why I can't move the other songs on this list below or above them. At the end of the day, however, I am sure that many of you will agree that hearing these 2 songs brings you back to when you saw Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z many years ago. Now, as we move on to the top 5 songs on this list, there is no song that is better to start my top 5 list off than Miracle Zenkai Power, which is my favorite Dragon Ball Z theme in the Japanese soundtrack. Now, as a huge fan of the series, I like the song more for its lyrics than anything else, and the message that it's trying to give. Now, this song plays at the end of the Dragon Ball Z episode, or whichever one that we're watching, and in it we see Gohan walking around with the words Miracle Zenkai Power being heard in the background. And for those of you who don't know what a Zenkai boost is, a Zenkai boost is when a Saiyan is injured and heals to come back even stronger than before. Because of the meaning, I decipher that this song surrounds around the potential that Gohan has as everyone starts following him as the leader in the end. Because of the way I deciphered the lyrics, this song definitely belongs on the upper echelon of this list, and it is by far my favorite Dragon Ball Z Japanese theme song. Now, moving on to Dragon Ball GT. Wait, just give me a second, viewer. Give me a second. I'm referring to a song from the video game Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, so just give me 1 second, please. For those of you who have seen my 3-part review for the Dragon Ball GT series, you would know that I mostly used Final Bout music for those videos because honestly, I think Final Bout has the best soundtracks for Dragon Ball music out of all of the Dragon Ball related games that I have ever played. I know that's a big statement, but I also know that many of you think the Dragon Ball GT show was not good, and I respect that. But we cannot deny the fact that Final Bout has some awesome tracks, and this one is definitely my favorite out of those tracks. For the song itself, which is called Mon Hikaru Potara, it has so much build up before the actual epic part of the song comes in, but once that epic part comes in, it solidifies this song amongst the elite of Dragon Ball related music out there. What makes this song so special is that it gives you the feeling of being in the biggest fight of your life, which is enough to place this song on my 4th spot on this list. You know, as we are now in the top 3 songs on this list, I will be honest and admit that part of the reason why this song was chosen was because it involves my favorite character. But it is, without a question, Piccolo's theme song. Do you want to talk about a song that matches the epicness of a character such as Piccolo? Well, listening to this song, I visualize Piccolo looking like a badass with his classic white cape that even Gohan admires to some degree. This song also strikes a feeling of loyalty and honor two codes that Piccolo lived by after he joined the Z Fighters and was eventually a good guy. It matches the firm but yet respectable and patient personality of Piccolo himself. And most importantly, this song is simply badass. And that in itself is why this song is number 3 on my top 10 list. As we move on to number 2, let me just say this. If there was ever a song anywhere out there that gave you the feeling that you were preparing for something, it is the military march theme song from Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Every single time that I listen to this song, it gives me the feeling and the spark to brace myself for something. Whether it is a college test or if it's a match in Mortal Kombat or NBA 2K, Military March can fit all of those preparations. This song is simply that awesome. It is so awesome to the point where it was in my older intros for a very long time, as I felt that theme song was a perfect fit for any viewer who was preparing to watch one of my videos. Dragon Ball Z Military March is definitely my second favorite song, and it is definitely my favorite video game song of all time. But who is number 1? Well, it seems like it's about that time, isn't it? As many of you would have already have guessed, the number 1 song on my list is no other than Solid State Scouter. Unlike other top 10 lists, where the number 1 spot is usually a big hidden secret, that's not the case in my top 10, and here is why. I play it in almost every video I upload. As a matter of fact, one of my subscribers, Kame Ruler, created my intro with an 8-bit version of this song, so if you didn't skip the intro, you already heard this theme song before you even got to this part of the video. Ever since I discovered this song, it has been in almost every video that I've uploaded, and I make space for it. As a matter of fact, I use this song to measure the size of the other music clips in my videos. For example, if I want to use Piccolo's theme in the video to its complete length, then I would cut Solid State Scouter out by enough so that the Piccolo theme fits in perfectly. This song is also very easy to use for videos, as it rarely interferes with what I have to say in the video itself. As far as the actual tune of the song goes, it gives you the feeling of an epic fight, something that truly captures the Dragon Ball series as a whole. Now, you may say I contradicted myself when I said Miracle Zenkai Power was my favorite song that was a Japanese theme song, as Solid State Scouter is a Japanese theme song, as well as it has been conducted by the Japanese group Tokio, and it also appeared in the Japanese versions of the Budokai Tenkaichi games and the Raging Blast games. But the reason I separate this song from all of that is because it just isn't my favorite Japanese song. It is my favorite Dragon Ball related song of all time, and because of that, this song is in a category of its own as number 1. And what a perfect fit it has to Bardock, who is also a badass character. So guys, that has been my video for today. I hope you guys now see how important music is to my videos. After watching this video, I'd love to see your top 10 songs in the comments. As far as a follow-up goes, hopefully Thundershot and Blackenfist will create their own top 10 songs. I know for sure that Blackenfist was definitely interested in doing the topic in the not too distant future. As far as Thundershot goes, please check out his channel for Dragon Ball Z news and a new Dragon Block Z server in Minecraft. Also check out Blackenfist's newest video on Yamcha's most awesome moments, as weird as that may sound. But most importantly, over everything else, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys.